Call the SWAT team, I'm about to drop a bomb on ya because this is my new favorite menstrual cup ever. Hey, I'm Miranda. Welcome to my channel where I usually talk about budget-friendly beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. I'm a beauty blogger by day, menstrual cup converter by night. Watch out, tampon users. No, but seriously, I have been using menstrual cups personally since 2014, and I'm just really passionate about how they changed my life, so I do menstrual cup reviews sometimes here on the channel. If it's not your jam, I'll see it in my next one, but I am sharing my absolute new favorite menstrual cup today, so you're probably gonna want to stick around. If you are unfamiliar with the world of menstrual cups, I do have a whole playlist on my channel with tips and tricks for beginners as well, so definitely check that out. But today we're talking about the Saalt Cup. I've been using the Saalt Cup since May of this year, so it's been nearly 5 months, but after the first time I put it in, it became my favorite instantly. So there are two versions of the Saalt Cup that I'll be talking about today in this video. The original, which is the one that I've been using more, and the Saalt Soft Cup. They both come in two sizes. I'm holding the size regular in both of the versions, and the regular is definitely better for me because I do have a higher cervix. The small is slightly shorter, but the size difference isn't super drastic between the two. So first I want to focus on the original Saalt Cup because this is the cup that I've pretty much exclusively been using since May, unless I've needed like a collapsible cup option. This cup is a great size for me. I can get all 12 hours of the capacity potential with it when I have a regular flow. In terms of comparing this to some of my other go-to cups, it's definitely more round and kind of bulbous or wider than my Intimina Lily cup. Obviously it has a lot rounder of a base than the Tampax cup, and it looks wider, but the opening is actually a little less flared out than the Tampax cup, and because this is flexible, it is actually very easy to insert despite it looking kind of large. And the very top part, the rim, is actually a lot firmer than the rest of the cup, so it opens up easily once it is inserted. The first time I used it was actually on vacation. I had a feeling I was gonna get my period even though it was kind of early, and lo and behold, of course I did. So I was a little bit nervous about inserting it because we were about to go out on the town for the whole day, but my body just like accepted it. As soon as I started putting this in, my body just kind of like sucked it up into place and it was sealed. First time, had absolutely no leaks whatsoever. I've worn this cup swimming. I've worn this cup just lounging in a bathing suit, which is probably even more nerve-wracking when you have your period than actually being in the water. I've even worn this cup doing pretty intense workout sessions with a lot of squatting motions, which even though I do usually trust my cup, that would typically make me very nervous, but no problems whatsoever with the Saalt Cup. I have never experienced leaks with this cup, and I can't say that with any other cup in my collection right now. I also did just wear it both on the plane to Paris and during the trip because, of course, again, on a vacation, I got my period. And it was just really nice to have a cup that was so reliable that I didn't have to worry about leaking or not being sealed properly. And because it is so easy to both insert and remove, it was actually a lot less nerve-wracking the few times that I did have to empty it in public restrooms just because our days were so long. We were out of the hotel for such long periods of time. So let's talk about the removal process since I just mentioned how easy it was. I will admit I was actually really nervous the first time I was taking this out because the shape does kind of remind me of my Lena cup, which was a bit difficult for me to remove because of how round the bottom of the cup is. But the Saalt Cup did not let me down. First of all, even though the stem is stretchy, it's definitely more stiff than the Lena cup, so you can actually grab onto it and use it to help wiggle the cup down. And the grips at the base of the cup I feel like are a little bit more pronounced than the Lena, so they are very easy to grab onto to then, you know, squeeze, break the seal, and then pull the cup out. So the original Saalt Cup is definitely on the firmer side out of all of my go-to cups, especially the Lily cup, which was my previous like all-time favorite. But with that said, it's not uncomfortable at all. I don't feel the pressure throughout wearing it, but there is one little weird thing that happens with this cup that I have never experienced with others. Sometimes when I insert this cup, and maybe I've got it in at a slightly off angle, if I start walking around, I can feel the cup kind of moving into the correct place. And what that feels like is a little bit of a pressure release. It's not painful at all, but it's definitely startling. And that's probably also happening with other cups. I'm just not feeling it because the rims of those aren't as firm. All right, so now let's talk about the Saalt Soft Cup. This was just released this year. They designed it in collaboration with my friends over at the Put a Cup in It website. If you're unfamiliar with Put a Cup in It, it is an awesome resource for menstrual cup users and beginners, or if you're just curious about it. They have extensive reviews of pretty much any cup you can think of, as well as a quiz that will tell you which cup is right for you. So definitely go check it out. I will leave the link below. So as the Soft name suggests, this cup is slightly less firm, well, actually a lot less firm than the original, and it was designed to be more of a middle of the road cup, because sometimes firmer cups could cause maybe a little bit more cramping or bladder pressure. For me, the Saalt original doesn't do either of those things, and I'm very sensitive. I get really bad cramps and I have to pee all the time anyway. But just in case you're even more sensitive than I am, the Saalt Soft may be a great option for you. Aside from the difference in firmness though, the size and shape of the cup are exactly the same. You still have the same great features in terms of the slightly protruding rim, the stiffer stem, as well as the grips at the bottom. However, for me personally, because the Soft is more flexible, I don't feel like it's as easy to insert and seal as the original. It definitely doesn't snap open as easily once inside. I would say the process of getting this sealed is pretty much on par with the other cups in my collection that I have tried, but since I tried the Soft cup after trying the original and after being so impressed with the firm rim and how easy it was to seal, this one left a little bit for me to be desired. However, if you've tried cups in the past and maybe they've been uncomfortable for you, that could be a firmness issue, so the Soft could solve those problems for you. Have you used menstrual cups? I want to know about your experience down in the comments below, and definitely leave me any questions at all. I will do my best to answer all of them. Today's shout out goes to Kamara. Thanks for being an awesome Slash Squad member, and join me over in this video next if you're curious about learning more about menstrual cups. I've got 10 hacks that are perfect for menstrual cup beginners. I'll see you over there. Bye!